Hey kids, welcome to a brand new video by Notebook. Today, we will do some interesting exercises on addition and subtraction. But first, tell me, have you heard of Shakuntala Devi? This legendary Indian mathematician was popularly known as the human calculator for her unparalleled speed in mental calculations. She was once asked to find solutions to problems like the cube root of 61629,875 and the seventh root of 170,859,375 and answered correctly even before the questioner could write the entire numbers down. She once multiplied two 13-digit numbers within 28 seconds. Yes, that's right. 28 seconds only. Let us try and see if we can learn methods to make our mental maths as good as Shakuntala Devi. Are you excited and ready? Mental maths is very interesting, where people try to solve tough problems without writing anything down. Here, we will enter this wonderful world through simple exercises like adding and subtracting small numbers mentally, using imaginative visual aids. Sounds interesting. In this series of videos, we will use these rings having at most 10 circles, each for easy addition and subtraction. Here, we can increase or decrease the value by simply adding or removing circles from the ring. By adding fresh rings, we can increase the number of circles by 10. Let's use this technique to make 12. We will need one completely filled ring and an empty ring where we add 2 circles. So, we have a total of 12 circles. Therefore, we can represent 12 as 10 plus 2. Let us now try to represent 25. There are 2 filled rings and 1 empty ring where we add 5 circles. So, 25 can be written as 20 plus 5. So, what would be the result if we add 12 and 25? Let's first count how many complete rings we have. It seems that there are 3 filled rings. Now, let's add up our incomplete rings. There is 1 ring with 2 circles and 1 with 5. Adding these, we get a ring with 7 circles. So, let's put these together. We now have 3 complete rings, that is 30, along with a ring having 7 circles. So, we have 37 circles in total. Therefore, 12 plus 25 equals to 37. Actually, we have simplified the process by breaking down each number into more manageable portions and adding them separately. Here, we have divided 12 as 10 plus 2 and 25 as 20 plus 5. We then added them as 10 plus 20 equals to 30 and 2 plus 5 equals to 7. Then, we added their individual sums to get the final result, that is 30 plus 7 equals to 37. Let's try a bigger number. How about 47? Here, we will take 4 filled rings and a single ring with 7 circles. To make such a ring, we start with an empty one and add 7 circles in it. Now, let's try to find out our circle representation of 35. That's just 3 complete rings and a ring with 5 circles, right? Quite simple. Now, we shall add these together. When we combine these rings, we firstly get 7 completed rings. For the rest, let's start putting circles from one of our rings into another. We see that the ring gets filled up, although there are 2 more circles left outside. These we keep separately. So, we finally get 8 completed rings and a ring with 2 circles. So, by adding 47 and 35, we get 82. Simple, isn't it? But it isn't all about additions. We often have to reduce or take away quantities. For that, we need to subtract. Now, I'm pretty sure you know subtraction quite well by now. We will simplify the process so that you can do large subtractions mentally. Let's subtract 3 from 20. Using our trusted rings and circles technique, we will take 2 complete rings for 20. Now, we will subtract 3 from this. So, we drop 3 circles from one of the rings. We are left with complete ring and a ring with 7 circles. Thus, subtracting 3 from 20 gives us 17. So, we can see how this technique can help us with subtraction as well. Let us try with bigger numbers. Subtract 23 from 57. For this, like before, we start with the larger number 57. Here, we will have 5 complete rings and a ring with 7 circles. From this, we will subtract 23. First, we will remove 2 complete rings to subtract 20. Now, we need to remove 3 circles, and we will do this from the incomplete ring. Only if there are no incomplete rings left will we remove any circles from a complete ring. Since we have an incomplete ring of 7 circles, we drop 3 circles from it to subtract 3. In the end, we are left with 3 complete rings and a ring with 4 circles. Thus, 57 minus 23 gives us 34. Let's use this method for a difficult subtraction. Let's try to subtract 38 from 64. 64 is 6 complete rings and 1 ring with 4 circles. From this, let us first subtract 30. So we remove 3 complete circles. Now, we will remove 8 circles from the incomplete ring of 64. But after removing 4 circles, we do not have any more empty rings. So, we now start removing circles from one of the complete rings. We remove the remaining 4 circles. Now, we are left with 2 complete rings and 1 ring with 6 circles. Thus, the difference of 64 and 38 is 26. In this manner, we can add or subtract without writing. Whenever you are given a problem like these, just imagine the numbers in the form of rings and circles. Then add or remove the required rings and circles to obtain the result. Let us do one final sum. Let us add numbers of 3 digits. For this, we add a new quantity, a box. A box consists of 10 complete rings, each of which contains 10 circles. So, a box represents 100 circles. Let's close this up. When we do not have enough circles outside the box, we will open it up and take one of its rings, okay? If there are more than 10 complete rings outside a box, we will put them all in a new box and close it. With the boxes ready, let us try to do some sums. Let us try to add 104 and 162. So 162 may be written as a box of 10 rings of 100 circles, 6 complete rings with 60 circles and a ring with 2 circles. 104 meanwhile is a box and an extra ring with 4 circles. On adding these, we first have 2 boxes. Then we have 6 complete rings. Now let's transfer 2 circles from one complete ring to another. We end up with 2 boxes or 200 circles, 6 rings or 60 circles and a ring with 6 circles. So, adding these gives us 266 circles. Therefore, 104 plus 162 gives us 266. With this, we come to the end of this lesson. Try out this technique with your friends and see who is more quick. We will see you soon in another topic. Until then, Team Notebook bids you goodbye.